Hey guys, so I want to let you know how to prep your hair for color, especially if your hair is of a natural texture, if you have no chemicals in your hair. For me, I have been a natural for a little bit over 4 years now. Being natural basically means relaxer free. I am actually a heat-free natural, and it's just a choice. I just want my curls to stay true to who they are, so I don't use heat. Since the 4 years I've been natural, I probably used heat about 4 times, maybe once a year. And you know, even with that, there's preparations because you don't want to damage your curls. So before you dye your hair, there are things that you need to consider and you need to think about. Whether you're going to go get it done professionally or whether you're going to do like me and do it at home. This is my gosh, I'm not new to this. I'm seriously true to this, you guys. I have been dyeing my hair since I was 16, and when I went natural, the first couple of years my hair was colored. It was dyed, and I let it grow out. I did an ombre. That video will be linked below. Same way I'm doing today, actually, or the same way I'm prepping my hair is going to be in that old video. But you know, I never had problems with breakage. It all really depends on your hair. You cannot, you know, typically it's hard to look at someone else and say, oh, well, let me do it because she did it. You have to really know a person's history with their hair. But for me, it's just hair. And I feel like if my dye doesn't come out right, I mean, there's been times that I used to dye my hair on top of one another. The next day, if my color didn't come out right, I was like, oh, I'm not going outside like this. I get dye again. But you really should take time between dyeing your hair to let your cuticle close up and try to heal itself. But anyway, y'all, I can ramble on. If you're new to this channel, then you don't really know. But if you are a returning subscriber or a returning visitor, then y'all know I got the gift of gab. So I'm just gonna try to calm it down a little bit. All right, so basically what you need to do, or how do you prepare your hair? Okay, first of all, a couple of things, or a few things you should consider or think about before dyeing your hair. Now, most people want to know, what does dye do to curls? Like, are the chemicals in dye going to destroy your curls, or is your curl pattern going to change? Is your texture going to change? Hair is a fiber. So like wool, it's bundled and it's protected by the cuticle. The cuticle is the most likely to be damaged by any type of chemical, you know, and especially with coloring your hair. So once you color, you will have to have or give your hair a little bit more TLC. There's plenty of ways around, you know, combating the dryness or the brittleness once you color your hair. There's so many treatments that you can put in your hair that will give it its shine back and the luster of your hair. So, you know, if it's something you really want to do, I say don't be afraid, but be knowledgeable. Now, the best way to color your hair, you want to make sure that you wash your hair prior to coloring. For me, this is the best result you're going to get, especially if you're doing it at home. You don't want to put dye on top of dirty hair or hair that's so full of different products that, you know, it's going to kind of create a barrier between that color and your hair. Normally, wash your hair a day before you color, or the evening before you're actually going to apply it, and make sure that your hair is completely dry before you apply the color, okay? For me, 24 hours or the night before is fine, washing it. I don't like a lot of buildup on my hair. Like I said, when you're getting ready to color, what you can do is what I'm doing in my next video when I actually do the coloring process. So either subscribe or check back to my channel, because I'm going to give you guys a big tip on how to keep some of your natural shine and luster in your hair prior to applying the color. There's a little trick that will save your life in your hair. You can also think about your options if you want to do a semi-permanent hair color or actual, you know, permanent color. I never semi-perm. Nope, let me rephrase it. I have semi-colored my hair, or semi-permanently colored my hair once, and I was younger. It was a burgundy. That's when burgundy was in. Child, that burgundy was all on my shirts. I sweat. So summertime, it was like, why I followed my friend. I'm like, why did I listen to you, or why did I try this? Girl, this purple stuff all over the place. And that's what it looked like, purple, not burgundy. So I was like, I'm never doing that again. And I don't know if every color does that. And again, this was a while ago, but I'm not really up for the semi-permanent. I feel like I wanted to make that decision to go ahead and go for the gusto, and that's what I did. I wanted to be permanent. And then again, with me, nothing's ever permanent, because then if you don't like it, you know, later on down the line, if you feel like it, you can color again. I have picked a product that you want to also research your colors, your dyes. I am so like confident with the product line that I chose, or the brand that I chose. I've used it before, and you know, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it, and it's gentle enough, and it's ammonia free, that you don't have, you know, to worry about if you need to maybe do it again to get it a little bit lighter, or excuse me, put another color on to darken it. Now, what you're also going to have to think about is maintenance. Now, I am a carefree natural, meaning I don't have time to twist and do my hair every night, because the way my life is set up, that just does not work. So I am a big protective styler, but when I do not, I found products that have really helped me, you know, make a twist out last for days. Yes, God, I need that twist out to last and look good. But you are going to have to do a couple extra more deep treatments than you would normally do, and that's just again to, you know, nourish and caress that cuticle, so that way, you know, you can combat the dryness that you may experience. Make sure that you are deep conditioning, and for me as a natural, I rarely use shampoo. I use conditioner, so that's another plus that will help you. Or if you do have to use shampoo, you make sure that it is a color safe shampoo and that it is sulfate free, and that way it will not strip your hair of your natural oils. I don't know why I said strip like that, but yeah. There are also other alternatives to dyeing your hair. There are natural alternatives. I can't really speak much on that, but you know, i.e. henna or something like that, you know, you can definitely just search that on YouTube if you wanted to try that. But basically for me, I have and just a recap of what I did tonight, I co-washed my hair, and I also did an ACV rinse. Again, all that will be below to show you how I mix up my ACV rinse and what that really does. You may not be able to tell now because this hair is like dry just about, but it's pretty shiny. The ACV is really good to combat dandruff, because I usually have a lot of breakouts with dandruff because I have eczema. So my eczema is always in my face or in my scalp. And you know, that ACV, which is apple cider vinegar, for those who may not be familiar with the term, really helps add shine to your hair, softness to your hair. It cleanses the scalp, so that's another alternative instead of, you know, using shampoo, and it combats dandruff. So I did that because I wanted to get my hair as clean as I could, and then I did the co-wash with the Pantene, and I picked that because the dye that I'm using, they are partnered with Pantene, I guess, because Pantene is in the kit. So I used that, and the only other thing I did was I put probably about a quarter size amount of leave-in on this big old head, and I am in the process of stretching it. If you don't know how to stretch, or you haven't seen or heard of stretching natural hair, you can click another link below, because I did a video on the banding method, and yes, I'm looking like Pippi wrong stocking, not long stocking, okay? But The banding method may take a little longer to dry your hair. It all depends on how big your sections are. But literally my hair is here when it is not stretched. So I wanted to be able to put my dye on stretched hair, so that way it's just easier to apply. Now once I start putting the dye on, of course my hair is going to shrink right back up, but I'm okay with that. But yeah, I'm stretching using the banding method, so that'll be easier. I did detangle, so that's out the way. And yeah, that's all I did to prep it. There's one more step that I will show you guys in my next video when I actually do the color process. I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share that with you guys because I noticed when I did my video, and I'm still getting comments on it, and I did that in 2013 when I dyed my hair last. And yeah, I just wanted to respond this way because I've been thinking of a change, what I'm going to do with my hair. Do I want to cut it? Y'all know this head too big to have no hair on it. So, and I really, really do love this whole natural hair journey that I'm on. So I'm not ready to cut it. I didn't even big chop, so I know I'm not going to cut my hair. But enough with the yapping. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be blessed, and most importantly, be a blessing. If you are not subscribed, please do so. You can find me all over the web, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. But your girl, I'm horrible. I'm really horrible with all these different, I don't know how y'all do that. How do y'all keep up with so many social media sites? Because I'm like, I got things to do. I try, but I mean, literally though, if you follow me on any of those sites, I do know I get notifications. If you reach out to me, I am always trying to respond ASAP. So even via email, all that stuff will be listed at the end of this video and listed below. So I'd love to hear from you, love some feedback. And again, subscribe if you are not already one of my family members. For real, yo. Thank y'all. Smooches. Mwah.